everyone, welcome to episode 1 of Rough Pumpkins with me, your host, Travis Gray. I was so excited to share some of these conversations with you guys. Not some, I'm going to share all of them with you, but I'm excited to share them with you guys. For my first episode, I brought on my really good friend and fellow musician, Joe Defelice, who lives right here in the foothills of the Adirondacks. You can catch him most weekends gigging somewhere locally or down in Florida in the wintertime in the Tampa Clearwater area. He's managed to skirt his way around real jobs most of the time I've known him and make a living off of music for a lot of that. So he's an awesome guy. He's a great friend of mine. Let's get to the conversation. Let's go. All right, you guys, Rough Pumpkins, episode 1. Rough Pumpkins, yeah. You can play the hi-hat if you want. Is that what's over there?
No, what's that called? That's a
snare drum?
Snare drum. Same thing.
Did you mix up a hi-hat and a snare drum?
I don't even know anything about drums.
That's okay. You're not a drummer. You're a guitar player and a singer, right?
Yeah, I think so. I like playing drums, though. All
singers and guitar players like to play drums. We all want what we aren't good at or can't have, maybe.
I agree.
At every band practice you've ever been in, you try to get behind the kit.
Yeah, I have. I just can do the hi-hat and the snare. And the kick drum doesn't work though. I can't.
That's most one of the most important parts. So I think you should take the focus off the hi-hat.
Yeah.
And just work on the kick.
I can do
snare.
I can do little variations of that kind of thing, but nothing.
You had a kit at your house for a while, right? You had a kit.
Yeah. It drove Lisa crazy. Yeah.
It drove Lisa crazy.
The kick drum, boom, boom.
Because our wives don't like loud. Music.
No, they're like cats.
I mean, they like the music that. We just have dogs.
Oh yeah, your dogs are huge, man. I can't believe how big they are.
They're big.
Not Frank, but Walt might be one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen.
He is definitely a bigger Newfie. I've seen bigger in Saratoga when I used to live down in Saratoga. Mm-hmm. There was this one giant Newfie.
How much does he weigh?
I think Walt weighs like 134.
Oh, okay.
And Frank's like 122.
Yeah, I mean they look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look healthy.
No, they're in good shape, but we just switched Frank's food yesterday because we got his allergy panel. He's allergic to everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
and that can get expensive too with like the.
Yeah, we found another on separate foods, but
yeah.
So let's talk about you. Let's talk about your life.
Yeah, I'm Joe.
Let's see, Joe. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New Hampshire. Actually, I'm wearing the New Hampshire hat. I don't know if you could tell.
Oh, now I can.
It looks like the Yankees, but that.
Oh, I've seen some of those, and I've been like, "What is that?"
I bought it at a rest stop when I was when Lisa and I were coming through town in New Hampshire last time we went over there.
So you're from Manchester, New Hampshire.
Manchester, Vegas.
Is that where you started your first band?
It is actually. I just kind of hung around playing by myself for a long time. And then I started this band with some friends.
Hell yeah.
And we rocked the basement. It was fun for a while.
Yeah.
Did some shows. And
what year was this? What year did you start the band?
Maybe 2000-ish with a couple of buddies. And
25 years ago.
25 years ago.
25 years ago,
dude. I can't. But where did all the time go?
So let's see. 25 years ago, you started. So you had Barry. I remember.
Barry, yeah.
You had Gary.
Yeah.
And
sort of like a transient bass player.
Everybody's got a transient bass player.
Yeah, I play bass and this and that. So.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that because I enjoyed writing songs and, the way we wrote songs. It was tough, though, because people would come to our practice and you'd feel like you have to entertain them, and we try to write songs and there'd be like people there. And
yeah.
That made it tough sometimes because people would show up and... But it was fun, but the first part of our session would be mostly just like us going through songs, entertaining people, and then we try to write and work on problem areas and things like that, and that made it kind of tough. So
that is tough. Yeah, being in a band in general is just tough.
I don't know if you had that kind of experience at all. No, but you had closed practice, like nobody would come to
no, we never.
Yeah.
No band I've ever been in, there's been an open practice.
I
hear this a lot.
It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. Yeah.
From it just turns into a party and people come over to your house and they start drinking or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty, and you also feel like you can't be creative that way because there's people watching you and you feel like you're an entertainer too. So you want to entertain people. So you're like, oh, I don't want to play this. You don't want to be like, hey, let's go over that for the 10th time. Cause then people are like, what's going on here?
Are you guys going to like play? Oh, we're sound checking. What is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a sound check?
Yeah. Nobody knows what a sound check is. They're just like, play that last song you played or play,
why can't you just
play the rooster, and you're like, oh, do you guys know, it's like, we're writing here.
Yeah. Hey, we're trying to like practice the song. We're going to mess up. We'll have to restart it.
So there was that. And, it was also a chance for everybody to drink a lot and, and stuff, it just got out of hand. So that was kind of a bummer. So I feel like we never actually like worked on the songs where I was more like, hey, let's get here and let's like work out this song and let's put it together. We need a bridge and we need that and this and that. And we just never got to that point. So
see, yeah, that's where we, playing with the guys, the Wild Adriatic guys, everybody wanted to do that. You know? They wanted to write. They wanted to be productive.
Yeah. And I think that, now as I've gotten older and, to be creative, you sit down and you want to finish it, you want to work on it. And I get distracted really easy too. Like I'll be like, I'll work on a song or work on a cover song and be like, all right, what else can I do? And 5 minutes later, and then Lisa will be like, my wife, if she's in the room, she'll be like, weren't you just playing this song?
Yeah. Cause I'm bored of it now.
I do.
You're like, I got the basic concept of it. I'll deal with the meat of it later.
Yeah. So, when it comes to, we just never got to that point. And we did play some shows and it was really fun. And I really enjoyed that, playing with a band, where it's creative, where you can just get together and like, you can play something, and you get to, you get that feeling, when you're playing something that's just like, this is something really cool. This idea is cool. It just never, we just never did the work on it.
No, I know what you mean. I mean, the feeling, like sharing it with other people on stage, like there's something to be said about that. There's a camaraderie that you get that, as we both know, you don't really get playing by yourself.
No. And that's the thing, for myself, I would much rather play with other musicians, but it's like, it's a cost effective thing too. It's always really fun to treat yourself and play with somebody else. Like if I played with you or I played with Kenny or Steve or Micah or somebody, but
like you have to count on other people's schedule.
Yeah.
You gotta, it depends what your motives are. If you're trying to make money, then that's not going to be the best.
And that's the thing, is the money factor. You make a lot more money playing solo, but
yeah, unless you just decide to be a side man and join a band.
Sure.
Then you can make decent money.
Yeah.
As a hired gun.
Yeah.
And that's a good gig.
Have you ever thought about doing that, like playing with a larger artist, like somebody like,
I mean, it would depend. I think right now I'm at a point.
You could definitely do that. I mean,
I'm just a little traveled out right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking to hop right back onto the road.
When you were touring so much, like I used to think to myself, like, I could never do what you do. I could never do it. I could never travel like that. When you were on the road and in a van and like traveling from place to place to place, I just used to like imagine what I could never do that. I was like, I could never do what you do.
It was like, to get started, like in the early years, it was like definitely like a weird adjustment and it was hard. But then, as time started to go by, you just get really used to being on the road. And just, you kind of make your own weird like little schedule and little rules for yourself of how you're going to get rest, or how am I going to rest my voice today? Or, so just,
and the band is supportive of those kind of things.
Yeah, always. They were always super supportive, just because, I would sleep on the bench, the van bench, under a Coleman sleeping bag for like.
A little campfire.
We would get back to the hotel at like 3
Travis
o'clock.
has a campfire in the van again. Bust out the marshmallows.
Exactly. Oh man, I should have brought like a little solo stove.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but there's just I'm in the bench and I'm just under the Coleman sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And it's just like I wake up at 11 o'clock because we got to check out.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, I'm going straight back to bed in the back of the van. Ugh. I've skipped rest stops.
Right. And you have to rest your voice because like, and that's the thing that I think we talked about this years ago was like, people who aren't singers, like they don't understand, like if you're tired, if you're dehydrated, if you drink too much, like you just know, like nothing's worse than being the only singer in your band. And then all of a sudden, I mean, Rich sings, too, but, and then just like not, getting on stage in front of, you play a big show and you have no voice.
Oh,
and
man.
you sing 2 songs and then people are like, what? Because they don't understand.
Yeah, I've been, the biggest thing I can think of that's happened like that to me is it was 2014, earlier 2014. We were headed to South by Southwest. And I like got a little cold maybe or something, but it was no big deal. And, I got laryngitis, I think, like a mild laryngitis. So
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis. And we were on the way down. No, it's fine. It's great. I love it. We're on the way down to South by. So we're touring on the way down. And I'm just like, and I'm like missing this whole part of my range. Like I'm missing like the bottom half of my range. And there's a gap. So I can sing really high and I can sing like middle. But I couldn't sing like normal high, which is where all of Wild Adriatic songs sit.
Sure.
And then I would talk to people I know, like after the show in North Carolina or whatever, and be like, "Oh my god, I really feel like that, like it's messed up." And they're like, "That sounded great."
Yeah, I know. People do that because they don't, they don't know
I mean,
what your
we're always our
standards
own
are.
harshest critic, for sure. But I don't know. I mean, like maybe it didn't sound as bad as I thought. I thought it sounded pretty bad.
Well, the thing is that with voice, when you lose your voice, people always be like, oh, like drink a little whiskey or like drink some tea or do this and that. But like, none of that goes to your vocal cords. It helps your throat, but
for a second.
Right. But like somebody told me once, like an opera singer, she was like, you should make sure you pre-hydrate
like way before.
And make sure you get enough sleep. And I've definitely noticed like those are huge factors that, and take care of your nose, like your nasal, if you're constantly coughing and things like that.
Yeah, if you have a sinus issue or.
Right. And this time of year, it's really hard to sing because it's like really dry everywhere.
It's so dry.
And so
here.
like I wake up and I'm like I am today, kind of a little bit like, hey, baby, what's
Vocal
up?
Fry. This
Rod
is called
Stewart.
the Vocal Fry podcast.
I woke up as Rod Stewart this morning.
Wake up, Joey. I think of God. So what is that? A bottle of piss right there?
No, this is...
Sorry, if you're not watching, Joe has a liquid bottle of yellow fluid in a water bottle. It looks like he peed in it.
One of my friends calls it piss water. It's actually water with Mio in it.
Oh, it's the flavored water.
Yeah, like the lemon stuff. And I didn't like it at first, but then now I can't drink water without it. It's
the water
like an
bores
addiction.
you. Water is boring.
Yeah, when I have to drink regular water, I'm like, ugh.
See, I just force myself to drink regular water, like as much as possible.
I think that's a good idea because I don't think this is good for your stomach. I mean, it has electrolytes in it, which is pretty good.
It's like what, like a couple squirts?
Yeah.
In there, and you just mix it up.
Yeah, my wife likes it, and I just go like this. Or actually, I just pee in the bottle.
It's just piss.
Just a couple squirts of pee. That's all.
Pee.
Yeah,
it's pee.
It's not bad.
I know.
Couple pee squirts.
Couple pee squirts. So tell me real quick. Tell me about some of the bands you were surrounded by and the random blues open mics in Manchester. Yeah. Like, because it's so weird.
It's funny because I didn't really like hang around with musicians there. Like, there was like Godsmack and Shinedown and those kind of bands that were local we would see. But
those were bands that were coming up.
Those are
in
bands
Manchester.
Yeah. Godsmack.
When you were, how old were you at this time?
let's see, maybe late 20s probably.
Yeah, so like prime.
Like, yeah.
I'm in a band.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, and I kind of missed, like, you started very young,
Yeah.
and like I started later, so like I didn't really, get together with other musicians besides my Uncle Mike. Shout out to Uncle Mike.
I love you, Uncle Mike.
Yeah. But we love Uncle Mike's music. He has a whole record of mountain bike
Hell yeah.
mountain bike songs, which we love.
Muddy Shins.
Muddy Shins. Ben and I listened to it the other night. I have a song on that too. So
Hell
yeah,
dude.
But
so you're a pretty big freaking deal
I
here.
am a pretty big deal. But no, I'm not. But what were we saying? Oh yeah. So in Manchester, like there were some bands. There was some cool clubs. Like there was this one club called the Spiderweb, and it was like an old movie theater. We used to go there and watch bands. It's not there anymore. Bunch of, I'm sure I'll remember, but there was a bunch of different bands and mostly hard rock bands,
Yeah.
I like alternative music, which is funny because I started off playing alternative music. I started off kind of playing acoustic stuff like Bob Dylan, things like that, and then I started playing more like alternative music, like I like the heavy guitar.
Yeah, you were into like kind of like the post grunge.
Yeah. Like I was a skater, so I liked Sonic Youth. I liked the late 80s kind of like punk music. I liked all kinds of Suicidal Tendencies. Like I liked a lot of punk music, like a lot of hard rock.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play that music, I couldn't. I tried.
I mean, you do a pretty good job at it, I think. I mean, you have tons of different kinds of music that actually is all on Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but like I started playing music because I like to create. I didn't really want to be like a performer or anything. That's, I was forced to do that. But if you want to make money, you become a performer. But
I mean, that's not what I would do if I want to make money. I'd be like, I'm going to go into finance, be a mortgage broker or something. Anything, civil engineering.
My son Ben said to me a few years ago, he's 25, and I was like, Ben, by the way, shout out to Ben. But anyway, he's staying at my house right now, watching Star Wars.
Perfect.
Yeah. So he said to me, I was like, Ben, what do you want to do? He's like, oh, I want to be a musician. And like part of me was like super proud, but then part of me was like, oh, I was like, can't you just do something like, work on Wall Street or like do something where I don't have to worry about you like surviving?
Could you just like be a male nurse or something?
A male nurse. I would totally do that.
Yeah, but he's a lefty.
He's a lefty, and that kind of stinks because if he wants to go somewhere to play, like he can't go to blues jam.
Hey, can I borrow your guitar?
Right. Like I remember, who's the guy? Johnny Saris.
Yeah, it's great.
When we went to see you at the thing in Saratoga that Steve Candlin does.
Oh, the Family Tree.
Totally name dropping right now.
Hell yeah, it's great.
But a Family Tree, and that was cool. Watching you guys all do that, it was really interesting. And he said, "Hey Ben, do you want to play my guitar?" Which was super nice of him.
Yeah.
But Ben was, I was like, "Oh, he's handicapped. He's a lefty."
He's a lefty. It's
like
hard
when you say that.
Yeah.
As a guitar player, you're like, "Oh, that sucks."
Well, I can't imagine like being a lefty and going into these. I've gotten to go to some cool like guitar spots.
Yeah.
Like where they just have vintage Gibsons and vintage Fenders, and
yeah,
there's no like lefties.
No.
Other than so even the Jimi Hendrix guitar. So I played like the Rosewood Jimi Hendrix. It was designed for Jimi Hendrix.
Sure.
He never played this guitar.
Yeah.
I think he died before they were able to give it to him, but it was right-handed.
Yeah.
Because he just played upside down
sure.
right-handed guitars.
Yeah.
But it was strung for a righty.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's not many lefties rolling in to the vintage shop.
Yeah. I mean, for him it was tough because, and I think that's why he didn't play guitar younger. He started at like 15 or 16 because, he sort of like Aiden, my other son, excuse me, he has he plays guitar like a righty, but he's a lefty. So actually both my kids are lefties.
So yeah.
True lefties, but Aiden plays guitar like a righty. And he has a really good like finger picking hand. Like he can finger pick really good. And I think that might have something to do with it, the fact that he plays it sort of.
That's interesting. Yeah, I got lucky. Like the only thing is I don't write left-handed, but everything else, other than like guitar, but like baseball, hockey,
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
all that stuff. Or if I were to play like lacrosse.
I think you know a guy. Jeez. Now he's a lefty?
I bat lefty, a golf
Really?
lefty.
I didn't know that. Shit.
It's so
I
random.
think maybe I did know that.
So what Ben has for guitars, where he goes anywhere and he just can't. It's me for golf.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
yeah, and
I can't use clubs.
No, and he brings a guitar with him. You know, he at home we have a guitar. It's a Washburn acoustic, but I don't know. I tried replacing the electronics in it. It needs a battery box. But anyway, he has a guitar. He'll play. You know, he just can't go out and play somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and jam or anything like that. But he has a Strat. He bought a true lefty Strat, and he had the one that was strung upside down and all that.
Yeah, it just doesn't work out. You don't
No.
get the problem with the upside down string. Obviously, Jimi Hendrix made it work just
Yeah.
fine. But you know, for your regular normal guitar player without gargantuan hands and you know, genetically freakishly good at guitar.
Yeah.
You can't. It's hard to get up like high up on the neck.
Sure.
If you're playing the upside
'cause
down.
it's backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's made for the other side.
Cutaway is the other way.
Yeah.
But he's such a good musician. You know, he's really turned. Like I was writing a song the other day, which I haven't done in a long time, and he was listening. He's like, "What are you playing?" And he came in and he played it, and then he was like, "Have you tried doing this, this, and this?" And I was like, "No, I didn't think about
He's
that."
like, "Let me make that better
So then,
for you."
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. You know, and so I was like, "That's cool." You know, because it was really fun though.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good player, and he's a little bit schooled. Like he knows he went to school for a little bit for music, but then he was like, you know, this isn't for me.
Yeah,
But
he he plays in bands.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, I
He
think
just
it
does it.
I think that actually was good for him a little bit, but
It is.
You didn't study music. I know you took lessons from Micah
So
a little bit, right?
That was So I was studying. I took theory in school, and I learned theory young because I started playing piano in second grade, and that's when I first started learning music. But I didn't read music well until I started taking lessons with Micah again, because I lost everything and forgot everything. And then I was gonna apply to a program at New England Conservatory in Boston. And
Could you imagine how different your life would be?
I mean, I probably would have just honestly.
You'd be in an orchestra right now.
I would have dropped out.
You'd be a conductor.
But I would be probably $175,000 in debt and a dropout.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad I didn't decide. You know, I wouldn't go to school for music. Personally.
No.
I just wouldn't. Unless it was I wanted to teach music, then I would definitely go to school.
I mean, Micah is an amazing musician like yourself, and you know, I played in a band with Micah, and he's all about the solo. You know, he likes the solo. And we were playing at Caroline Street Pub in our grunge band, Wicked Garden, and a fight broke out. These two guys were fighting, and the one guy, we were in the middle of the song, and the one guy punched one guy, and he fell, and it's Travers, and there's all these college kids there, and they're all pretty drunk, you know, and the one guy punches the other guy. He falls into my microphone. It hits me in the teeth.
Oh, my worst fear.
Yeah, and then we're playing Slither by Velvet Revolver. It has this killer guitar solo, and you know, Micah, he's been waiting. You know, he's been playing the riff the whole time, but he's all about that solo. He's like a thoroughbred. You know, when you let him go, he's like,
let me shine.
He's ready to go.
Let me shine.
Which I love about him. He can, you know, he's very talented in other ways. And then, but the whole band stops. They grab the guy and everything, but Micah just rips the solo.
He's like,
and he's the only musician playing. He just does the whole thing.
He's like, finally, a real solo.
He just does the whole solo. And even though everybody else is you know, they're like, what's going on here? The band stops. But Micah just, he didn't want to let it go.
Because he's like, oh, everyone stopped playing. They're going to hear me even better.
But he did look over and go, that's not cool, dude. And then he ripped into the solo. If you know Micah.
That's not cool, dude.
You'd know. Yeah. It was one of my most favorite musical moments of all time. Besides the time that he put Footloose in every single song, the theme, but it was in the right key and the right tempo. So it was like you'd be playing.
Did he put the part that goes like bong da bong da bong da bong?
So you'd be playing like it's packed. We're playing up in Lake George. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and I forget we'd be playing like Wonderwall to like I Alone by Live or something like that. But every time he would put the Footloose theme in there, but it would be in the key and the tempo, and he must have done it like 25 times, and every time it was funny. Like I laughed every single time.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's not one you hear often.
No, and it makes it fun.
I like to put the that circus song in like.
That is good.
I like to do that a lot. Sometimes when I get bored, I like to do SpongeBob. So you start with the rhythm, you go boom. I like to do that. So I like loop the little like rhythm part, and then it's usually when no one's paying attention or something.
I heard a band down in Albany, like for the Food Truck Wednesday or something like that. One time the band was playing the SpongeBob theme, and I was like,
awesome.
"This is so cool." It was like a really good like sort of surf band. I don't know their name, but
sick.
yeah, and they were playing the SpongeBob theme. I thought it was cool.
That
At
makes
least
sense.
I thought it was the SpongeBob theme. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe they were just a surf band. And you're like, this sounds like SpongeBob music.
Yeah. I might have sent you a video of it. I'm not sure.
No, that's awesome. Maybe they called like the Bikini Bottom like players or something.
If I was going to start a cover band, that's what it would be.
The Bikini Bottom players.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had 2 SpongeBob themed birthday parties in my 30s. So,
Really?
So I mean, honestly, like when that show came out, like that was like, I was a little old. Let's see, I was like 11, 12,
Yeah.
I guess, when it came out in 99, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I loved it. I still love it to this day.
Yeah, I used to watch the kids when, they were, let's see, it came out in 99. Aiden was born in 99, my oldest son. So, but I used to watch it and be like, this is hilarious. Like, this show is so, like, Weenie Hut Jr.
Weenie Hut Jr.!
Exactly. I mean, if you don't think that's funny, something's wrong with you.
No.
My stepdad, Michael, his favorite show was The Muppet Show. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of like,
Yeah.
and he was older and he'd be like, my favorite show is The Muppet Show. I'm like, The Muppet Show? You like went to Harvard and shit. Like, you're like The Muppet Show? But there is funny, intelligent humor. It's very well written.
Well, that's
SpongeBob,
the thing. That's the thing. I mean, Tom Kenny too. I grew up like he does the voice of SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, and he did like all the voices in Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was before SpongeBob. So I it's like grew up with this familiar voice.
Sure.
Like, and I just don't.
He's a comedian too, I think.
Yeah, I think he's.
Or was it stand up years ago?
I don't know.
Could
Honestly,
be wrong.
I don't know if he was a
Thought I
comedian.
heard
I
somebody
think he
mention
just
that.
mostly does voice
Yeah.
acting.
Now,
But he's funny, so I could see him doing
yeah,
stand-up.
I mean, there's so many funny episodes, like the Flats one, and the
Flats is gonna kick my butt.
when he said, when he says the bad word, like, what did you say, boy? And
Oh,
he
and
has
the
like the
dolphin
porpoise sounds.
It's written on the dumpster.
I mean, that shit is funny.
It is
I mean,
funny.
I
I love,
can't-
dude. This is
Can we
why
swear on here? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
absolutely.
Okay, I just
There's
wanna
no
make sure.
rule. Well, yeah, I'm not. I marked it as an explicit podcast because who are we fucking kidding here?
I mean, it could get ugly. We could go to places that with that
Dark.
vulgar,
Dark and dirty places.
dark,
Vulgar.
It could get dark.
No, it's not going to get too vulgar. I mean, I think we have good boundaries.
Oh yeah, we were grown. We were not grown, but
We've
weren't
grown up.
We weren't grown in the lab, but we were grown. We were raised, that
In a
kind of
barn.
way.
We were
Yeah.
raised in a barn.
Although my mom says the F word probably more than anybody else I know.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
she's from like the Boston area, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that it's a lot. Yeah, so she drops the F bomb.
Well, hopefully she's listening to this right now.
She might. Yeah.
What's up, Marion? I miss you, girl. We were, it's
She's
funny.
in Maine.
Oh, yeah, she's still up in Maine.
Yeah.
I've stayed at her house a bunch of
Yeah.
times.
Maine.
Handful of times.
She has that Maine. She's getting a Maine accent.
She's hilarious, actually.
You know what's funny is the other day I was in Saratoga and I was doing something down there on the street, and I wasn't selling drugs, by the way, or doing anything
Bull.
like that, or trying to turn tricks or anything.
Bull.
I was walking down the street and I heard the crosswalk sign, the crosswalk. When you press the button, and it had a New York accent. I don't know, like a jersey. I don't know. It was.
So was it like, please cross?
Yeah, it said cross and walk, and I was like, "What is good?" Nobody talks like that around here. Like,
where was that?
It's just on Main Street in Saratoga. If you go and you press the walk button, it goes walk and cross, like really strong accent. I was shocked.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Do you know which one specifically in Saratoga it is? So I can go straight to it and listen to it.
I think they the one by what's the
Like Putnam
Common
Market?
Grounds?
Yeah, in that area.
Common Grounds and like down by Congress Park. I think it is Congress Park.
Yeah,
area.
these are probably
all those.
newer. I don't remember any sounds before.
Walk and cross.
Usually it's a beep for, if you're blind or something and you can't see the sign. Like beep, 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 and then it'll start. But not some guy going,
It's
walk.
so all the Boston people can be like, fuck this place.
You fucked it. Oh, cross? Oh,
Yankees
okay.
suck.
Fuck the-
They're like, oh, accent, Yankees suck.
Yeah, oh, no. Like they must have sourced a company like from like Boston or something to make these voices.
And the thing is that I think, having 100% Boston DNA, really.
Wow.
And like friends from New York, like all of my wife's friends I met from like Long Island and New York, they're all awesome people, and it just makes me laugh because I really feel like Boston and New Yorkers are really the same people. They're just like
Have a little different accent.
Yeah, they just have a little different accent. So they're nice people.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be like, people from Boston and New York are so nice. I don't know if anybody would ever say that. I mean, there are nice people in New York City, but as a general whole, and it's not that they're not nice. I said that's the wrong word. I guess they're not friendly on like. You're not going to have like a random stranger interaction.
Let's just say like people from New York City are not going to watch the second podcast of this podcast.
I guess not now. But I'm just saying.
You just lost like, no, I'm just
lost
kidding.
like so many people.
No,
But
they
like,
all understand.
If you talk to somebody
it.
on the subway randomly, they're going to be like, you need to stop fucking talking to me right now.
Yeah.
You can't just strike up a conversation.
Yeah, that's how Boston people are too. It's the same. The similarities are there.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're not nice. I would just say it's not a friendly place to dive into as a tourist.
No, you're not going to go. That's one thing that I noticed like when I moved here 20 years ago is that I was like, people are really nice here. Like, like I was like, wow, like, everybody's like really friendly in the grocery store. A random stranger will say hi to you. And I think that's something that I miss whenever I leave here. Like when I go south for a while or whatever, is that you miss, the hometown section of this. For a while I was like, I want out of here and this and that. But now I'm like, oh, I really like it here. You
can learn to appreciate it. You also didn't grow up here.
No,
that helps a lot.
No, I mean I've been here.
Here is the Adirondacks, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. Here is
for those people in Japan,
the tri-state capital area, north of the capital area in the Adirondacks.
Yeah, and I mean I like it here. It's just nice having the mountains, and Lake George is obviously really nice and things like that. And there's a good music scene. I mean, for the most part, for solo artists anyway.
For where we are, there's definitely like a lot of creativity. Like for this kind of area, upstate, there's a lot of talented people in the area.
There is really. I do miss the Fenimore's open mic because it was fun hosting that for a while.
That was so much fun.
Because there was people that would come and you'd get that. Now I feel like everybody's a little bit more separated. Like there's not as much like people hanging out. I see other musicians, friends like, Dave Bangle or Matt LaFar, people like that.
Yeah.
And local musicians, but I do miss that sometimes.
Yeah, there was, I mean, we would all like stay out like till the fucking middle of the night, like the wee hours of the morning.
It's not good for you.
Back in the tens.
Yeah.
From like, the early tens.
Yeah.
And then I was on the road all the time.
Yeah, I mean it was fun, and I had to stop doing it hosting it because it just got to be like too much of an obligation, during the week, like you said, like
Wednesday.
Yeah, because you'd end up, sometimes it would be 8 to 11 or something, but we'd end up staying there till 1 o'clock.
We'd shut it down.
Yeah, so.
I mean, that means we were having a good time, though. So
good times were had.
I look back at it fondly, and I was like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The open mic.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed hosting it, and you came a lot, and there's lots of videos and things like that.
If I was home, I was there.
Yeah, and it just got to be, a big obligation, and I know a lot of people miss it, and they say, and it wasn't me, it wasn't because of me, it was just, it was a cool,
No,
it was a good
it was-
location, and it was good, you know.
You kept it super chill. It
Yeah.
wasn't this uptight, like, we got to stay on the scale. Okay, yeah, that's enough songs.
No.
I mean, that some people don't like that, but some people do like
Right.
that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. They're like, I like a stringent schedule for my open mic, but I think a lot of more people dig like, oh, like I'll just get up and play with
Yeah.
you, or I'll, you know.
It was some good talent, and it's good to see people organically like play with other people, and that's one thing, as we talked about before, was that you know, missing playing with other people, like, you know, but you play solo for the money, you know. I guess in a while you guys played some pretty big shows, so that's cool, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
money-wise,
great.
you
It's
know.
fun. It's you know, it's fulfilling.
And I got to open for you guys as a little solo guy.
A little farmer's
That was
market
my
opening.
Finally happened. No, it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed that,
Nah, I'm
and
glad.
I loved watching you guys.
It was fun.
And it was cool. And you know, do you think you'll ever be in a band again? Do you think, or do you
I
think
mean,
you'll
I'm
ever-
you know, I don't know. I'm not looking to just, like, let's.
Sure.
I've had people like ask me like, hey, do you want to
Yeah.
join this or that? And I'm
I
just
guess the question I should have asked you was, do you miss being in a band? You
there's
know?
times where I do, and then like, so I play in the summer. I play like all the time at the beach club, like 6 days a week. So I see on, you know, Fridays, Saturdays, the band come in. It's always, it's a lot of work.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're setting up behind
the
me
load
usually.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, so I'm like, it gets pushed into my face like every day, and watching them like sweat
Yeah.
in the summer heat, you know, like, it's just like, whew, it's a long, you know, okay. And this is just talking about like a local cover band, you know, you usually have to set up your own PA.
Right.
You have to bring your own equipment, whether that be your drum set, your guitar amp, your bass amp, whatever it is you play, piano, keyboard, and the setup to get your sound so everyone can hear themselves it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing I don't miss about that. Obviously, if you can have a sound person,
Right.
you know, like that's way cooler, you know, if you have pro sound, but
Right,
you can't have
and
that, you know,
so
everywhere.
it's just like, but so yeah, you're gonna have to pay somebody to do sound,
yeah.
which I think is worth it for the most part.
yeah.
If you're especially if you're making enough.
Especially somebody that's good, because then you just sound so much better, you know?
Yeah, it can be like a good investment to get back, because if you sound like total ass,
Yeah.
and even if you're good, like it's not about like ability. It's just like if your sound is total shit, a venue owner is gonna be like, I never want to see that band in here again. That was screechingly terrible.
Plus, if it's too loud, like that was something that I was talking to somebody, another musician that was just starting out, was like talking about sound. I was just like, whatever you do, like never be too loud, because it doesn't matter how good you are. Like if you're too loud and if you're in a bar or restaurant or even in a band, like when you'd walk into a place and it's too loud, like 20-30% of people are going to walk in there and be like, oh dude, it's too loud, I'm out of here.
Totally true.
And the thing that makes it tough too, because even as a solo person, if you're too loud, like it doesn't matter how good you are, people will leave.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
don't care. I mean, even like people that are close, if you notice, like when you're playing like during a dinner hour or
yeah.
something, and you're just like, if there's a table right in front of you, like and right in front of your speakers, you're like, I'm always like, oh man,
I know.
they're gonna hate me so much.
And someone said to me once, they were like, watch the people that are closest to you. Can they have a conversation without being like, hey? And I was like, oh, that was a good, but obviously sound can travel.
It's weird. It's different in different places. There's some
Yeah.
places that are easy to be quiet, and like there's some places where it's hard. The sound doesn't travel well.
With those Bose speakers, like I use little Bose S1s, your recommendation.
Yeah,
and,
I've
like,
got one there
Most
also.
of the time, I only use one of them. And like, for the most part, the sound travels pretty good, but it's not overpowering
Yeah.
for just a guy, acoustic guy. And like, I've noticed almost nobody has told me in the last 2-3 years since I've had them that you're too loud or you're not loud enough or anything.
Good.
So
Yeah.
because I don't know anything about sound. I'm like, whatever.
Well, I mean, when you're playing solo acoustic, you really shouldn't have to know much or be doing too
No.
much about sound. I mean,
No.
do you just go right into the S1 as the PA?
Yeah, I just plug my guitar into a little pedal board, and then has like a looper and stuff on it, and then I go right into the
So
PA.
yeah, because it's got the 2 channels. So do you have to crank the vocal channel a lot? Do you notice?
No, most of the time it's only halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll daisy chain the speakers
have
together,
2, yeah.
so I have 2 of them, so it'll spread. But it's amazing at like how far the sound can travel with those. Like I've played for a couple events where there's like a couple hundred people, and I put one like higher up and one lower up, and just the spray of the sound seems to work really well.
Because you get the sitters and the standers if
Yeah.
you've got them on 2 different levels.
Exactly.
Because that's why the one reason I love the Bose I don't know what it is, L16 Pro stick. That's whatever it is that I have is called. So it's one of those Bose. It's got 16 speakers in it, and they're all pointing in different directions.
Yeah.
Because of it's because of the spread.
Yeah.
And it's one stick. It's super easy. I wouldn't play full band gigs with it.
Sure. In expensive gear and stuff, it's like being a solo artist anyway.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out what the
player.
hell to charge for anything.
It's so, but the pay is like, it's funny to go other places and talk to other musicians around the country. Like when I head south and I stop places and talk, and
because you
tell
go
me how
to
much
Florida
they're
for the
paying.
winter.
Yeah, for part of the winter.
So you play down there too.
Play down there, but the pay is a lot lower, except for some specialty gigs, like for resorts and things like that.
Yeah.
And you need an agent for that, which I have one.
That's good.
But most of the bar gigs or brewery gigs, they don't pay very much at all.
Like 150.
Yeah, like 150.
So there's this
200.
weird thing that's happened with like acoustic gigs or like gigs for like solo people. Is in the last I don't know, Joe. When did you start playing like acoustic gigs up here?
Probably like 2009.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought.
Slowly.
And then the pay was 150.
Yeah.
Now the pay is 150.
Yeah.
And it's 2025.
Yeah. They try. I mean, luckily, I think you and I, share that we both make money now. We've reached that point where we have enough
we won't
places.
we won't do it for 150.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I was thinking about this the other day because it's tough because, if you go to a place that like doesn't have food, like a brewery, let's say, and they don't have food, and if you go in there and you're like, hey, I want $300 for 3 hours, they're probably gonna say no,
right?
Because but if you're like $250, a lot of times if you're they'll do that for you, or something in that way. Not to throw numbers out there. But
No, it's true though. Cause
people on this will be like, wow, that's all they make. Like, these guys are losers. Man.
No, I mean,
it's just kidding.
To me, what's fair?
You make a decent.
What's a fair? I'm just
gonna.
gonna say $300 is fair for a 3-hour gig.
Yeah,
that's what's fair. That's
Sure.
what anyone who's worth a salt should be making at any 3-hour gig. I stand by that. I'll say that to anybody, any venue owner.
Sure.
It doesn't even matter because I don't want to play the gig if it's under $250.
Right.
Because it doesn't. It's not like these are all 3-hour gigs. And there's people you want to do favors for, if there's somebody doing a benefit, something like that. There's so many like circumstances that can obviously, like I don't need to make any money sometimes, but
right, yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. And in Florida, I think what's happening is like there's a lot of undercutting. So it's people are coming from all over into the area. And there's just so many musicians. I mean, there's a million. We were saying last time I was down there, it was like within a 5-mile radius of where the house that we stay in, there's probably 500 gigs. I don't know, just throwing a number out there.
But
whereas here, you're maybe 100 or maybe 50. Or,
is it even? I can't. I mean, there's probably so many more bars down there.
But the thing is that there's so many musicians. They come down and then they're like, hey, if you give me a chance, like I'll play for 150, and that does happen. And unfortunately, that's what's drawn the pay down. Like I think because people aren't willing to pay a little bit more.
And this happens in every business.
Yeah. If you play once and they like you, they'll up your pay a little bit, and everybody's cool. Like everybody's super cool and stuff. There's a good music scene there, and I've met a lot of good friends.
This is
there.
Tampa area, right?
Just outside it, just south of Clearwater, like between Clearwater and St. Pete. So I've played in Tampa, Dunedin, St. Pete. I maybe I played in Clearwater. I can't remember, but there's some cool places. Wesley Chapel.
You've done the Dunedin Brewery. Have we talked about that?
I haven't played there. Okay, but that's one of my favorite.
I've played there.
Yeah, that's a cool. Every time I go there, I think I send you a picture. Of it. Yeah, I ride my bike there.
That's
it's
a cool.
About 7
venue.
miles, maybe.
It's got all this cool stuff all over like the walls.
Yeah, there's HOB Hob Brewing. That's my favorite one. That I saw Cersei played there. Last time I was there. I didn't. They unfortunately the day they were there, they had this huge rainstorm. I don't know what happened, but
rain ruins a lot when you're in a band.
Rain is
especially in the summertime.
That's why there's so many songs about it. It's like rain.
They have rain, go away. The classic.
Yeah.
Come again, but don't come again another day.
Don't come again. My wife hates rain. Like it can be beautiful, but if you're on vacation and it rains like half a day, her vacation is ruined.
She's like, this whole thing's ruined.
She's like, oh, rain. She's like, it's gonna rain. I'm like, yeah, we need like the rain. It's okay. I like rainy days.
Usually the rain in tropical places is pretty quick, unless it's like a hurricane, but it's usually pretty quick.
Steve from Dirt Cheap, we call him DC Steve. He would say to people that people would come up and be like, when we played in the alternative band.
You were trying to do a certain type of music.
Yeah, and people would come up and they would say, hey, the drunk girl would come up and be like, hey, do you guys know, can you play Sweet Caroline? And he would be like, never heard of it. And that was the greatest thing I ever saw.
You know what's funny? I actually don't know how to play. He'd be like,
yeah. He would say it like this. He'd be like, yeah, I never heard that song before. And that would make me laugh.
See, I can't lie that well, but I can say the truth, which I don't even know how to play it. I don't know how to play Sweet Caroline.
My hand can't make the chords that it just doesn't work.
When you grew up a Yankees fan, your hands won't play Sweet Caroline on the guitar. It's weird. It's like, it just won't allow you. Genetically, if you're born in like New York, you can't physically play Sweet Caroline with your hands.
You can't. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. But it's funny because I could pull up a chord chart, but it seems like a weird song to play. I know I'm giving it like a ton of attention right now, but
yeah, I've never played it. I mean, it's it's also funny too. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like when a bar owner comes up and like they want you to like spontaneously make a sing along, and it's like,
come on now, cheer up! I'm gonna sing you a song.
And somebody's like, hey, let's get a song going, and you're like, no, that's not happening.
Where it began. I don't even know the words. See,
I've seen people play it and get everybody going, and I was like, that's cool. I get the camaraderie of the song. I think it's more about the sing along.
I think it's all about bop,
it's
bop,
a feeling. Yeah,
it's exactly. All about bop, bop.
Yeah. You should do it, but don't do that.
But why does it like every karaoke I even have to say this, I've ever hosted.
Yeah.
Because I've hosted karaoke.
I mean, karaoke is fun. I mean,
it is fun. We've done it a lot even before I hosted karaoke. But somebody's doing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
And they come up and they sign up and they go, yeah, this is gonna get them going. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never played. I can't say I've never played it, but maybe like fooling around with a band. It's not a bad song. I'm not hating on it, but it's just one of those songs. I'd say it's that Wagon Wheel. What's another one that people always want? Maybe. Well,
people will always and forever yell Freebird.
Freebird.
I've started playing it as it's like turning yourself inside out.
Yeah.
Like because no one plays it when they yell Freebird, I play it now. And it's like 10 minutes.
You know what song? You had some songs years ago that I really liked was, what's the one? It was Paint It Gold.
Oh, Paint My Soul. It was the name of the song.
That was a good one. It had a cool bridge in it, I remember. Really cool bridge.
Yeah, I know the bridge.
Yeah, I can remember lots of songs you had. Like
I would
the song I remember though.
If you couldn't take anymore.
That's a good song. And then the song By Now.
By Now is on the Lion.
A good one. Oh, it is.
It's on the Lion EP.
Maybe I missed that.
You can find it on the internet.
I have listened to the Lion, so maybe that was where I heard it. But
By Now. But you know what? We recorded that before we recorded it for the EP. So you probably remember it from that era.
Yeah.
Like where I recorded it at home.
there was some good songs from that era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you had some good tunes. They were good.
Thank you.
Dug them.
They were fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed playing like a lot of the older songs more recently because we took like such a long break from playing like, old stuff, and
Sure.
it's just dope to like go back and be like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun song.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people move on from their old material. They don't want to play it, but sometimes people, there's that nostalgia when you go back and you're like, oh, this is how I felt when I wrote that or did that or played that or something like that. So
I know I look back and I'm like, God, I had awesome motivation back then. I was like, damn, the drive was powerful in my late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm but a mere old man. No, I'm just kidding.
We're all old.
Well,
look at my gray hair.
Oh man, I got my beard's turning like white. The good thing is you can't like see it that well because it blends into the
you
blonde.
Color it?
I should. Just for Men. This episode sponsored by Just for Men. Beard coloring specifically.
Yeah.
No, but Just for Men, we're open to it.
Yeah, I haven't done it, but
no, I like the gray beard.
Yeah, it keeps getting more gray.
That's what happens.
What would be cool is that you're gray if you went gray, and you are gray.
Travis Gray.
That is cool.
But the problem is I have blonde hair, light hair, so he's gonna go white. So I'll be Travis White. And I was like, oh, I should change my name to Sean, and I'll be Sean White.
You're like, you remember in Lord of the Rings when the guy was like, I'm Gandalf the Grey. I was Gandalf. They're like, Gandalf the Grey. And all of a sudden he's like, I am Gandalf the White. That'll be the same thing.
I'll be Gandalf the White.
You'll go from gray to white like a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're going to be a wizard, a white wizard.
Oh, I wish I was a wizard.
Dude, I am going to call, if I'm still alive by that time,
oh, no.
I'm going to call you the white wizard.
You're only like, what are you, like 50?
54.
54. That's like so young.
Jeez.
You only have half.
Old.
That's like half. That's just half.
Yeah. Well,
so
I don't know.
It's over half, but I'm just trying to be supportive here.
I don't know. You wonder as you get older, you're like, oh man, how long am I going to live? Sometimes I panic. I'm like, I'm going to be 70 in like 16 years. I think you age a lot between, I don't feel like I age much in my 30s and 40s, but I feel like, now I'm starting, physically I feel good. But,
you mountain bike like almost every day.
Yeah. I mean, you got to pee more often.
You got to pee. You got to get up in the night and pee.
You got to pee sometimes.
And you got to drink pee.
Yeah.
Like Joe is right now.
I'm drinking pee, which is making me pee.
The pee of a pretty hydrated person. That makes sense. It's like that's an okay pee. If you were to pee that, I'd be like, it's a little cloudy. But
yeah,
it still
that's
looks like
not
pee.
a good pee. I don't think that's,
Yeah.
If your pee looks like that, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would look like
I mean,
that.
maybe somebody, a doctor can shed some light on the way this, come on, what's a pee doctor called? A urologist. Maybe a urologist could shed some light on the pee doctor.
Yeah, but getting old is, it's definitely, it's okay. Yeah. You know more, I'm more mellow now than I was before.
Yeah. I mean, I've never known you to be not very mellow.
No.
But
I'm pretty mellow.
You're mellow.
I'm mellow yellow, bro.
But yeah, it's funny because I was like going through your like Spotify stuff.
You're going through my files?
I was going through the Joe
before the podcast.
I had to release the Joe files for this podcast.
I was going through my files, my bio.
I was going through Joe's files. I was discovering your life. Actually, what's funny? I was talking to ChatGPT about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it like just
for real.
Yeah, I was like, hey, tell me. Really? I know you. Obviously, like I don't need to talk to anybody about you because
sure.
But I just wanted to see what it was going to say about you.
Wow.
And it says you're known for like for like nice songs such as My Island.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But it gives you like it gave you like some nice, it said some nice things. It draws from like reviews and stuff. So it's got some good reviews.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I like making music. I haven't in a while, but soon, maybe. Soon.
I mean,
get there.
Yeah, I haven't recorded anything. Well, I have recorded, so I haven't released anything, and that's the dogs. I haven't released anything in eons. If you hear like, there's just the dogs downstairs. They bark at everything.
Yeah,
especially Joe. They're big. Newfoundland and the Great Pyrenees, so they got big bulbous barks.
Bulbous.
Bulbous. It's not the right word, but it's like I have a pimple on my arm. It's bulbous. It's bulbous. Bulbasaur. the Pokemon.
Yeah, getting older is it's fun. It can be fun.
I think Walt disagrees that getting older is not fun. I will say I've never felt like, now that I'm going to be like 40 in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked up? Does that fuck your shit up?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were there on my 21st birthday.
I was there. I saw what happened to that. Yeah. I saw that a stripper smacked you across the face.
Oh, that was my bachelor party.
Oh, bachelor party. That's what it was.
But I was 21
Yeah.
during my bachelor party. I got married at 22.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got divorced. Classic.
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah. But no worries. I'm married again, as is Joe. We're both twice married, and not to each other yet, somehow.
That's a line in an Uncle Mike song. We're happily married, but not to each other.
Oh, really?
That's actually a song, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uncle Mike song.
The poet of our generation, Uncle Mike.
Yeah. Do you ever have people come up to you and tell you, like, when people aren't paying attention sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you play gigs where everyone's watching. Sometimes you play gigs where, nobody, sometimes it's a mix.
It's not even like.
But do you have people say to you like, oh, it's a shame. I can't believe these people aren't watching you.
Yeah. Oh God. That's like, every gig is like, you should go on The Voice or you should go on American Idol or like,
yeah.
I'm like, I just got off the road for 15. I don't say that, but I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I like know people that have gone on, like good friends that have gone on these shows like The Voice or American Idol, and you can kind of like float on that for a little while if you're not there's the Daughtries and the Kelly Clarksons who are like, huge household names,
right?
But it's not, it's not like, oh, you're gonna go on The Voice and you're gonna be a big star now, kid.
Right, yeah.
So.
And I think it's wanting to do with music like what you want to do. It's not always about the money or the fame, or people automatically think like, I've heard people say to you over the years, playing with you, doing whatever, when they would say like, oh, you should do this or you should do that or like this and that, or, I think just playing music is something you would probably play music if you lived in a cabin in the woods
and no one would.
You'd do it because it's just part of like what you do.
Yeah, and that's why I started doing. I didn't do it because I was
Right.
like, I gotta show people this.
Exactly.
I was like, I became obsessed with playing guitar at like age 12.
Right.
And just ignored all responsibilities, school responsibilities.
Right.
Did terrible.
Right.
Okay, but it was all consuming to me. But it wasn't like I need to go play and be adored by millions.
There are some people like
it was
that.
just accomplishment feeling of like, oh, I can learn this song, or like, oh, cool, now I can write my own song.
Right.
And then as you go, you get more like, all right, well, now I can change this key here and do something that's cool.
Yeah.
Or like, your writing gets more not that complex is better, but you can just explore those more complex ideas as you get, if you know theory a little bit, and not like, oh, I got no music, like, no, but like if you just know what you're playing, it's easier to write a song in the style you want.
Yeah, like when I first started writing songs, like I would just have one idea, and my musicianship was a lot more limited. Not like it isn't now, but it's
not limited.
It's was a lot more limited by what I knew on the guitar. But as I've gotten older, I've learned more things, and like you can do this and that. And even when I recorded songs with you, like I would bring you the song, and you would keep it pretty much the same. We would keep the structure the same, yet add little flares, counter melodies, and things like that. And that's what you were really
that's
good
production.
at.
That's just production. The song and the basic melody and the chord structure. That's your song.
But
you got to build around that.
Like you would come up to like I remember when we recorded that Silver Moon song, and I came to you and I was like, oh, I want it to be like a Ryan Adams or something like that. And you came up with that melody on the piano, on the keyboard that opens it, I think, and it's like dun, dun.
It's just us
and I was
going
like,
down the scale.
that is awesome. Like even to this day, if I hear that song, I'll be like, when I'm in Walmart and the song plays. No, it doesn't.
And
happen.
I hear,
I'd have to go and listen. No, but that's what makes a really good producer, I think, is like you're able to add that like flair to that.
I do try, and like it's almost easier. Good. Like it's almost easier. Like if somebody brings me a song, it's easier to produce that song than like your own song. I mean, I did like the last Wild Adriatic album, and I did our first album, Big Suspicious, and that there's other people around, so it's not like I have to make like literally every single decision. But it was helpful to have like other friends around, the bandmates, and just some other musician friends and engineers and stuff.
Sure.
But
100%.
But if you bring me a song that's like done chord progression wise and the melodies there, like it's like, okay, cool. And if you tell me like, I mean, usually when I hear it, I know the vibe. Like you can kind of tell like this is going to be this kind of production.
Yeah. And I think for me, it was a great thing because like you were the first person that I ever met that like really knew what I was trying to do. Uncle Mike helped me quite a bit too, and I love making music with him.
Of
different
course,
music,
yeah.
But like, you were the first person. I was like, that. I think that's where your real skill with a producer is like you know where people are gonna do. And for me, it was great because I was like, oh, this guy knows. Like he knows exactly what I want to do with the song. And again, my musicianship is limited compared to someone like yourself or Micah or like Chris Carey or
self-deprecating.
Something like that. No.
Self-deprecating.
But, no, I mean, but I know, I think that's part of like in music is like knowing where you fit into the chain of everything. I think a good band knows like where everybody fits in the chains. Sometimes people have to come down to a level. Sometimes people have to go up to a level to make the band good.
No, it's true.
That's my opinion.
No, you're right. And I appreciate it, first of all, the production stuff. It's fun. I like doing it. It's like I was saying, it's just so much different. Like when someone's bringing material in and it's just like, it comes because you're a little separated from it. I think it comes easier. Like I can make, I didn't like, it's almost like you're so burned out by a song after you write it.
Right.
That you're like, now I got to produce this fucking thing. And what do I want to do with this? Obviously when you have the band, like they can add their flair to it. And that helps a lot. But like if you're alone up here writing a song, it's like, what am I doing? And then you end up doing a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah.
That sounds bad. And you just keep running in circles because you just say, try to bounce ideas off of other people and stuff. But
yeah, I think that's really, like I said, I think that's the one thing I like myself about music is being able to write or share or like, with that kind of thing, like with creativity. Like that's the thing is like singing with other people for me is like awesome. I love it. And I'm not as good singing to other people as I am.
You just want to hear somebody harmonize with you.
I'm so vain. I'm like, I won't sing to you, but
you can harmonize with me.
But I'm not going to do it to you. I always found a hard time because you sing so high. I'd either have to sing below you because I can sing above people.
See that?
But you have a high voice, so it's hard to.
If somebody has a higher voice than me, and I have definitely harder for me to do a lower harmony than somebody than like a higher harmony. It feels more comfortable to do a higher harmony.
Yeah, like I remember when we used to do karaoke. And we would do like a sudden death karaoke where you would sign the other guy up for like karaoke, and you didn't know like what the song was going to be.
No.
And I knew how high, I knew you couldn't sing low, and you knew I couldn't sing high. So every once in a while we'd get kind of mean, and then I'd go and it would be like A Whole New World or something.
Yeah. That was crazy. It's all over the place.
And there were two parts in it where the girl was too high and the guy was too low. And so we'd see each other struggle up there, but that was really funny.
Because it was like, you got to do both parts. You got to do the I can show you.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
It's low, first of all. And then the girl part, it's pretty freaking high.
There's no way I could hit that.
Yeah. Unbelievable sight. Like, it's just like, it's a
But
big
you
jump.
knew my vocal range, so you couldn't, and I know you couldn't sing like,
Johnny Cash or something.
no.
No, that's the problem. Is people like play when I'm playing out. I do it. I just have to put a capo on it and like hire it. But like, can you play Folsom Prison Blues? And I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah.
I just like I have to hire it like 37 steps.
Yeah.
Capo on the 14th fret.
That's but the vocal range is it's definitely like. Do you notice any change in your vocal range as you've gotten older? Because like oftentimes I wonder like some of these younger bands like that have super high like songs like obviously like Led Zeppelin and stuff when Robert Plant wrote like are you gonna sing that song? You don't think about that.
He destroyed it in the 70s,
right.
So preservation.
Do you ever think about like, do you notice any change in your voice at all? Or
I feel like my lower register is stronger as I get.
Gotcha.
They say, my brother told me one time, who's a trained opera singer.
He rides the gondola.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Venezia.
He's got music too.
Yeah.
He told me that your voice they say your voice fully matures at 35.
Oh, interesting.
So I guess that's like the prime age for male opera singer. I don't know. That's what he told me. I didn't fact check it.
Though. Yeah.
But I feel so. I'm 30. I'm 37. So I feel like I'm in the prime of my vocal life. No, I don't know. When I'm singing more, it's better because it's a muscle.
Yeah, that is true. Like if I have 2 weeks off, like I do now,
you sound like this.
I sound like this. I sound like I sound now. No, I sound like hey.
Valley Girl Joe, vocal fry.
Yes. With a spoon. Gag me with a spoon. But I definitely feel like the less I sing, the more. And that's, you see people complain about their voice all the time and be like, I lose my voice. And it's just a muscle. You just keep working.
Yeah, you should use it you got to use it like at least a little bit every day or maybe at least every other day.
Yeah. I don't have kids to yell at home anymore. So
they kept your voice warmed up.
Yeah. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just screaming at kids. No,
what is wrong with you? Why did you think that was a good idea?
You dope?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dope. Who calls their kid a dope? I bet there's like a lot of guys. There's somebody right now listening to this podcast who's like, oh shit, I call my kid a dope. Stop calling your kid a dope.
Don't call your kid a dope. Don't do it.
Don't call him a dope.
But yeah, dopes.
Yeah, but I just try to keep hydrate, like we were talking about earlier, hydrated throughout the day, so I don't dehydrate later. And I usually, honestly, I have a very small amount of Pepsi.
Ah, gotcha.
It like keeps me from my mouth from getting dry.
Yeah,
but I gotta be careful because the carbonation makes me burp like son of a bitch.
Yeah, and like if I go to a brewery or something, I'll be like in Florida or wherever, they'll be like, oh, you want a beer? And I'll be like, all right, I'll have a beer, but I make sure I drink plenty of water before. Yeah. And so, I'll have a beer, but, alcohol doesn't bother my voice as much.
Yeah.
But I'm also not doing like as many like acrobatics like with your voice. Like you can blend your voice a lot and you have a high range and you have, if I was doing that, I think I wouldn't be able to drink any alcohol. I feel
like I could, but yeah, it never goes like, never feels better after like, if I were to drink a beer.
Sure.
So I just don't drink at all. And I don't have to factor that into my vocal routine whatsoever.
Right. When I played the theater in Geneseo, I opened for Joel Hoekstra and Brandon Gibbs. And that was the thing. It was like, well, what do you want in your rider? I'm like, nothing. I'm just a guy.
I would just put like towels, water.
Yeah. So when I got there, they were like, are you nervous? And it was like in a theater where people are paying attention. And, one of the greatest guitar players on earth is like in the green room, which is like right behind you, and he's listening to you play guitar. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm playing, and I was like, no, I'm not nervous. I don't get nervous. And then when I started walking on the stage, I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little goose flash here. I was like, ooh, getting a little nervous. And I got up there, and everybody's just staring at me, and my wife was in the front row, luckily. And I had written a joke
for the show, stand-up bit.
And the wife was like, do not tell that joke. And the joke was...
Yeah, tell it now.
Since this is, explicit. The
you can say whatever you want.
great guy. His name is Dale Slocum. He's music promoter guy out there and a friend of mine, great guy. But the joke was, hey, thank you for, Dale for having me here and all of us and everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I get into it a little bit and I go, Dale, when Dale was in high school, he had a best friend that also was named Dale, but his name was Dale Fascom, and he was more popular than Dale Slocum. So anyway, and my wife's like, you cannot tell that joke. So when I got on stage, I was like, do I tell the joke? My wife will be so pissed. So then afterwards,
he's the promoter, Dale?
Yeah.
See, okay.
So then afterwards, I told it to the sound guy, and he like literally knee slapped. He was like, dude, you should have told that.
Well, sound guys have a terrible sense of humor. I was
going to tell it to Joel Hoekstra, but we were eating sandwiches in the back, and I was just chit-chatting with him. But
you know what's funny about that was like a year ago, right? Like,
yeah.
He was on the next day or next couple days. I remember Andy and I were watching Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah.
And they were doing rock and roll night. And he was, So like a couple days after you played that theater gig with him, he was on Dancing with the Stars, just like rocking the guitar on top of a car. That's a cool gig to play theaters like that.
I'd like to do more of it, venues, but you should do that, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool little theaters out there.
Yeah,
that are fun to play. You gotta sit down though.
Yeah. What's some things you've had in your tip jar? I got Talk of the Town drink chip the other day.
I get a joint a lot.
A joint?
Yeah, I get a joint in my tip jar like all the time.
Do you smoke it? Be honest.
Yes. I definitely do. But I know I see who's putting it in there. If some sketchball puts it in there, I'm not gonna smoke it. But usually it's somebody cool.
So you're not sitting around the dinner table later, like looking at pink elephants flying around.
No,
your
it's
head.
not laced with anything. Usually, it's fine. It's never laced with anything. Another thing I get in my tip jar is kids draw me pictures.
Oh, I've had that. I like that. I actually like that.
Yeah, like little kids.
You can't take it to the bank and try to deposit it.
No, but you know what's interesting is you might be having one of those days where nobody gives a shit.
Oh yeah,
and like this kid, you might have a kid who's like. They might have never seen live music before because when you're going to like a restaurant or something, you don't know. Like, so it's like you may have never been to a concert. You may never have seen live music in your life.
That's true.
If you're like 6 years old.
Yeah.
So they're like enamored, and they're like,
Have you had? I had this happen the other day, which was kind of a beautiful thing. But a couple weeks ago, I was playing at Fenimore's and. I was I was playing like a song, I can't remember, it was like Here Comes the Sun or a cover of like Harvest Moon or something like that. I can't remember which song it was, but she was across the way and she just started crying. She started crying like uncontrollably.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I've been doing this a long time. I know this is something like this happened before.
Yeah.
And then when I stopped playing, she came over and like she just was like saying how that was her husband's favorite song, and he just died.
Yeah,
and she was pretty drunk, and she was like, he died of a mosquito bite. Like he got encephalitis.
I wish you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, that's part of it. I was like, but anyway, I gave her a hug and everything. She was really nice, and the audience was there, and they were like, wow. That's
I just saw. Sorry, not to diminish this story, but I just saw a chart earlier online. It was like mosquito bites like kill more people than like
because like malaria.
It was like sharks are the bottom of the list with like 6 people a year.
I saw the same chart.
Did you see that chart? It's floating around. So
malaria,
and then you say this about the mosquito.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding?
We got to go where there's no mosquitoes.
Where?
I don't know.
The desert?
There's got to be a
They're
place.
They like the humidity, right? And the heat.
We got to find that place.
It's got to be dry.
Yeah.
Are there mosquitoes not in like Los Angeles? I've been to Los Angeles, but I don't remember.
If they're like, oh my God, I'm a mosquito. I'm going to bite you.
Becky, I'm a fucking mosquito.
I don't eat people. I'm a vegan mosquito.
I just drink their blood.
I just drink their blood.
I just drink their fucking blood. But yeah, I like not dying by mosquito bite. I don't want to get like some plague or something. I'm just not into that.
No, and that's a big hazard. I mean, plus ticks, like I haven't had any ticks on me this year, but
they were so bad.
My son Ben had Lyme disease, and I know lots of people who've had it. And
my dog who passed away a couple of years ago, his name was also Ben. He had
So
Lyme disease as
weird.
well.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because
He's a
I
good boy.
had Ben before you and I met.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I have a Ben.
Yeah, when I met you, he was just a puppy, I think.
Yeah, he was just a baby.
Yeah, just a little baby Ben.
Just a
He was a
baby.
baby Ben. He was a baby Ben.
We little Ben.
We're little Ben.
But yeah, well, we'll probably wrap it up now.
Wrap it up.
We're going to do
I'll
the wrap up.
take it.
We had Joe Defelice. I told you about him before this podcast, but check out his music on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you download your music. Joe Defelice, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Seasoned musician,
Seasoned.
and a seasoned old friend of mine.
Seasoned. Yeah.
Seasoned.
Yeah, always fun.
Salt and pepper, seasoned well.
We'll hit the slopes and this winter.
We're definitely gonna
just like
do
old
some
times.
snowboarding this season, and you're gonna be back on, obviously, because we got so much bullshit.
We'll see how the ratings go for this one.
Yeah.
For me.
You'll probably get canceled.
I'll probably get canceled.
I probably will just fade into nothing, but
No.
you'll get canceled.
I think this is a cool thing that you're doing.
Oh,
and
thank you.
You'll have some good guests, and
Yeah, I'm
looking
excited.
forward to it.
I
Yeah.
gotta. There's a lot of people I want to get on here. You don't have to be a musician.
Yeah.
This isn't just for musicians, by the way. It's anybody who does any kind of art or has tried to do anything of their own on any level. Really, you can be a goddamn carpenter.
Yeah.
I am impressed by you.
Yeah. Jesus. The Carpenter. Yeah.
He was
You can be in the Carpenter. You could have been in the Carpenters, like
the Karen Carpenter.
what the world needs now. I can't sing today.
It's okay.
Speaking of that,
Luckily, like you had a sultry talking voice for
I
this
did.
podcast.
Yeah, it was gravelly. Some gravel.
But yeah, this is Sultry Joe, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, look him up. Get his music. Listen to his shit. All of it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye.
For having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace. This podcast is brought to you by yours truly. I want to thank you for watching the first episode of Rough Pumpkins with Travis Gray. Thanks to my buddy Joe Defelice for partaking in that conversation. We had a great time. We hung out for a little while after. Shared some more great stories. We've got so many. We'll have to have him back. But you guys, thanks so much. Please follow on your favorite podcast platform. Subscribe on YouTube and hit that little notification thing, the little ding ding bell, so you know when we release a new video. So we're going to do this weekly. So I will see you guys next week for the next episode 2 of Rough Pumpkins. And until then, stay well. Love all y'all. Take it easy.